But first, it's time to set the record straight. For months, we've heard stories of bust-ups, feuds and jealousy within the camp of Girls of Loud.
Well, I've been speaking to the lady at the centre of most of those rumours, the gorgeous Nadine Coyle. She told me all about her new solo album and what is really going on with Cheryl and the rest of her Girls of Loud bandmates. Nadine, welcome back.
Hello.
Does it feel like you've been away?
No, not really. Not really. Every time I go, I come back. The minute I land, I'm like, oh, here we go. Just everything goes back to normal again.
But you're having such a busy lady. You've got the single out this week. You've got the album out next week.
Yes.
Was it something that you wanted to take your time over a little bit?
Definitely. Because we had worked so much for so many years, me and the girls. It was, years of just non-stop doing stuff. So then when we had our time, we were like, oh, let's take a break. I was like, I'm taking an actual break.
Yeah.
I need to just sit back, put my feet up, think about different stuff. And then when I was doing that, then, because I was an EMI writer, EMI had sent me to do a lot of writing with a lot of people. And then songs just started to come together, and I had been writing using the garage band. And then all of a sudden, like this more than an album started to come together, and people were like, who are you putting this out with? And what are you going to do about this? And then I took a whole other route of, opening the label and going and doing the retailing deal with Tesco.
'Cause I never get enough of you, and every little thing you do, you're insatiable. It's like, whoa, who knew?
What can we expect from the album? Have you gone for a different sound? Was it important for you to have a different sound as a solo artist to the stuff you were doing with Girls Aloud?
It was very just natural. And the songs kind of came very naturally. A lot of the writing was stuff from your subconscious, meaning that stuff I wouldn't necessarily say to somebody, but when I sat down to write a song, the stuff came out. And in Girls Aloud, it was always so fun and upbeat, so I have that element in there, but then also a more personal element because I was able to, to write and be heavily involved in the production and stuff.
And you were quoted in the press recently as saying you want to do shows like X Factor or Strictly because it might mean that you can't perform live. Is that a bit of a storm in a teacup, or is that something that you actually said that I don't like people that mime, I would only want to perform live?
I like that saying, storm in a teacup. I'm going to use that again.
Yeah.
That's exactly what that was.
Really?
It came from something about doing, I'm just going to assume, I love singing live. I love, being able to perform live and stuff like that. And that's really why I wanted to be a singer. But I didn't say anything about, I wouldn't do X Factor because it's not live, or I wouldn't do this because you can sing it live. So I would just do it live.
Would you like to do either show? Have you been asked?
I've done both of those shows before.
Yeah.
As part of the girls. I think we've done them once or twice.
Congratulations
thank
on your engagement. You must be very excited about that.
That's nice. It's really, really nice.
And Jason's an American footballer, so does that technically make you a wag?
No. He's an ex-American football player.
Yeah.
He hurt his back, so he had to get operations and stuff, so now he's a financial advisor.
Oh, I see. He's gone down a different route
I
entirely.
know, which I like, because it's, the more studious man and reads books and does all that.
Quite sexy, the suit.
It is.
The briefcase.
He's got the briefcase, he's got the shirt, he's got the whole thing going on.
Now, I did interview Nicola Roberts a month ago when she was launching her new makeup
Right.
range. And she said that it was quite weird for her being up there on her own without the rest of the girls from Girls Aloud. Do you ever feel like that?
It's definitely different. Definitely takes time to get used to. When I done the writing process, because we always kind of sang separately, that when it was coming to doing stuff then separately, I was like, oh my God, that's right. Like, they're not going to show up later on.
Yeah.
Or going to show up tomorrow. I was like, oh.
Do you miss them?
Yeah. It's a lot. It's very quiet.
Because so much, again, has been written about it. Can you set the record straight for us? Are you all friends?
Yes.
Good. When was the last time you saw them, and do you think they could be bridesmaids at your wedding?
I see the wedding thing. I know people keep saying, when are you
People
getting
are
married?
dying
I'm
to
like,
know, they're dying to know.
I haven't even had an engagement party.
Really?
Yet. Not even anything to do with the celebration.
So it might be quite a
Being
long
engaged.
engagement.
It'll be a
mate.
long engagement.
Yeah.
And I think that's good too, because then it gives you something to look forward to.
There's a lot of planning goes into a wedding, and you're obviously very busy with the album and everything you've got going on at the moment, so that might be wise to put it off a little
Put
bit.
it off.
Yeah,
Look,
until you're
flip through the
ready.
magazines.
Yeah,
you
do
know,
it at
do
your
all
leisure.
that fun stuff, and then in 10 years, then
Yeah.
think about getting married.
Oh, you could, not 10 years, Nadine. You can't leave us waiting that long.
5 years,
Maybe
5
5
years,
years.
yeah.
But have you been watching Cheryl on the X Factor, and what do you think of her as a judge?
I have been rehearsing so much, literally every single night. That's why I had to just get a lock up there now. So I haven't seen any TV.
Just finally, I hate to say it, but Christmas is coming soon. Are you going to be spending it in LA or Derry?
It was supposed to be Derry,
Yeah?
and now I don't know.
You don't know?
It's
guess it
my mommy
depends.
and daddy. It's wherever my family are is where I kind of have to gravitate towards too. So depending on whether that's Ireland or LA or somewhere random.
But maybe a #1 single and a #1 album would be a fantastic early Christmas present for you.
Yes, that would be lovely, but I am just
Fingers
fingers crossed that it does well. I hope people like the stuff. I'm really not trying to do anything hectic or crazy, just kind of just go with it, and it's been a really good experience. I'm really enjoying it, and hopefully I can continue.
Well, it's been lovely chatting with you, and I wish you all the best
You
with
too.
it. Thanks, Nadine.
Thank you.
Cheers.